Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on the latest as usual. We start with Nico Gonzalez as the Barca midfielder is reportedly close to reaching an agreement with European heavyweight FC Porto. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Raphinha as the Barca forward is non-transferable, as Xavi have insisted yet again that he's going nowhere. We are also going to discuss on that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video as we get right into it. Barcelona's pre-season tour to the United States of America is underway. The Catalans have already landed in the North American country with their first match of the tour scheduled for later this week against Juventus. One of the most notable exclusions from Xavi Hernandez's squad for the tour was Nico Gonzalez. The La Masia midfielder hoped to win a spot under the manager after his loan spell at Valencia last season, but it appears that his future is still far from the Catalan capital. According to reports from Mundo Deportivo, the player had a meeting with the manager last week where the manager conveyed to him that he did not count on him as a natural pivot but as an interior midfielder. While the role fit well with his style, Nico Gonzalez would find it so difficult to see game time at Barca given the addition of Ilkay Gundogan to the already unforgiving competition in midfield. The parties thus agreed that a departure would be the best way forward. Mundo Deportivo adds that FC Porto are inching very close to completing the 21-year-old signing on a loan deal, with an agreement with the player on the horizon, although there are still details to be finalized. The Portuguese club wished to include a purchase option on the deal given the young star's talents. Barca, however, are equally firm on their desire to keep control over his future and will not settle unless a repurchase clause is added. Nico is intrigued by the challenge of playing at Porto, especially given that he will get Champions League football as part of the deal. With George Mendes bearing close ties with the Portuguese club, things are expected to proceed swiftly. Girona and Real Betis are the other clubs to have shown interest in the young midfielder, and reports last night suggested that the interest from Spain might have led to the Porto move stalling. But the race now appears to be relatively straightforward. The coming days will be critical in deciding Nico's next destination, especially given that he is not part of the tour to the US. Of course, Nico's future have been widely discussed throughout the week as the player faces uncertain future, and it is already clear that Nico Gonzalez will not be part of Barca next season. Xavi reportedly met with the player before they went to the United States, telling him that, look, I see you more as an interior midfielder, not like a DM, as many people see it, and you are not part of my plans. The competition in midfield is really choked up. And they had a one-on-one mature conversation from what reports are saying, and Nico understands the situation. As the manager have given him those words, then there is no way he can stay. So a loan move is the best option. And reports have been saying that FC Porto in Portugal remain the best destination for the player. And reports are saying that he is inching very close to a move to the Portuguese Giants, and it will be a loan deal with an option to buy at the end of the season. So I think the player will go there. Hopefully, he can get that much needed experience, and also very importantly, not getting injured quite often like what he did last season when he was at Valencia on loan. And Xavi will be hoping that the player can impress him on the loan spell, so that who knows, maybe next season there might be a change of heart. Xavi might be impressed and, of course, call him back to the squad for next season. because the player is from La Masia and his dream is to play in to play in Barcelona in the first team and succeed. And of course, it has not been easy for most of these players to integrate from La Masia to the first team and become successful. It takes grace. And we hope that Nico going to Porto will do him good. He will play Champions League football, which will be a big test for the player's career. And I think it's not going to be easy though, but I believe that he will do well. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Earlier today, we got reports saying that City have identified Barca winger Raphinha as a priority target to replace Riyad Mahrez, who is bound for Al Ali in Saudi Arabia. Raphinha has been at the club for just one season, having joined from Leeds United last summer. Despite making a very slow start, Raphinha enjoyed a solid debut season, playing a key role in Barca's La Liga triumph. But given the club's economic situation, Raphinha has been linked with a summer departure, with clubs from England and Saudi Arabia taking an interest in acquiring his services. Manchester City are said to be the latest in line of admirers for Raphinha, and they are said to have made contact with Deco to explore the possibility of a possible transfer. However, as per fresh update from AS, Barca consider Raphinha as non-transferable, with Xavi Hernandez counting 100% on him for next season. At the same time, Raphinha himself is not contemplating the possibility of a departure, meaning the chances of him leaving is very, very slim. Raphinha made plenty of valuable contributions to Barca's success last season, particularly during the time when Dembele was out injured for a long period. In total, Raphinha scored 10 goals, assisted 12 in 50 games across all competitions for Barca in his debut season. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.